Hello everybody, we're at Brothers Guitar Shop on East 84th Street in New York City, the only guitar shop uptown, period. And I get a lot of questions about what the difference is between like Les Paul from 57, 58, 59, into the 60s, into 61 where it became the SG, there. But I thought I would just kind of take you through like a kind of the core differences in specs of what makes each Les Paul individual, like the kind of telltales of that year. 58 and 59 are kind of almost the same. The necks got a little bit thinner from 58 to 59, but you can find 59s with like really thick 58 style necks, at least original ones, and vice versa. Just because this was before any machines were doing anything, all of these were still, for the large part, made by hand. So a lot of these necks were carved out by one person. So one might be a little bit different from the other. There's some discrepancies, but generally the trend is from 57 is the thickest of the necks. So here we have a 57 gold top reissue, true historic from the Gibson custom shop. But we have that true baseball bat neck right here, real round C, 22 rosewood fretboard. This would obviously be the gold top. The burst didn't start happening until 58 and 59, which we will get to. But the Les Paul came in two colors up until this point, this and in the Black Beauty color, which I no longer have in shop. We sent it out this morning and couldn't use it for the video. What a damn shame. We have the original original style Cluson tuners. Little detail that a lot of people seem to miss about all of these original Les Pauls and what they're doing with the true historics, at least nowadays, is they had tortoiseshell side dots. Like, it's really red up there, like up by the 15th. You see that one?
Yeah, I got that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, really, really cool. But spec-wise, as far as like functionality goes, from 57 to 58 and 59, not a whole lot of differences. The biggest difference is they went from like the gold tops with like the rarer dark back or the natural back to the bursts, as we've come to call them, and that we all so know and love on a Les Paul. This one would have originally started life as a Heritage Cherry Sunburst, but they call this one Bourbon Burst in the custom shop because this is just what some of them looked like after they aged for a while, especially on the back. That would have been an original cherry back. This is also a 2001 custom shop R9, so this reissue has some age to it as it is. But same PIF style pickups. The neck is marginally thinner in 58 and 59. This is an R9, but like I said, the specs are almost identical. The neck angle changes a little bit between 58 and 59. I don't have a 58 to show you, but in 58, the neck angle is a little bit pitched farther back. 59, they kind of straighten that out a little bit. It's still pitched back quite a bit, but it changes just marginally. But really from 58 and 59 into 1960 is where we start seeing a lot of spec changes into what was the last year of the original run of Les Pauls. You can find maybe like one or two 61s, but 61 is where the Les Paul became the SG. But in 1960, Gibson changed the dies they were using. So the Heritage Cherry Sunburst lasted a lot longer on the 1960s. They called them clown bursts. But they were a lot more red. They stayed redder longer, pretty permanently, honestly. But the necks got significantly thinner in 1960. You can even take a look at that right here. Straight up the neck. Let me get the 58. What you really want to look at, Trevor, is, I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to see it. You can see it down at the neck heel. See how much it slopes in here as opposed to this one?
Yeah, let me just get two individual shots. This one. Oh, yeah.
You see that? See how much less it slopes in here than here? And that's just between 59 and 60. 57 is even more drastic, but this is the most direct comparison. But from there are a couple other aesthetic appointments. In 1960, all Les Paul standards got these gold reflector knobs, which I think they look super, super cool. They're probably one of my favorite looks ever. A very minute change is your original Clusen tuners that you would have on your gold top and on your 59. If you look very closely, there is now 2 rings on those machine heads. You see that?
Yeah.
That was just a very minute thing. This Clusen tuners through the 60s all had these double rings. So like 1960 through to like the late 60s into the 70s, you're gonna find these double ring Clusen tuners. But this is the year that it started happening. So when you're looking for, I think they look so much cooler with the double ring. I really think they're a lot cooler. But that's really a good way to authenticate if you what year you're looking at. If there's any kind of doubt, look for the thinner neck, the reflector knobs, double ring Clusens. That'll tell you generally have a 1960. You can even see the custom shop went as far as to recreate the original binding bleed that some of the original Les Pauls would have had. This is truly the true historic. As the original Les Pauls, they were imperfect guitars. They were made by hands. Shit happens. Paint will bleed. They would bleed onto the binding of the original ones. You would find this all over the original ones, and they kind of went so far as to recreate that. So that's going to beg a question in my comments. Is that laziness or is that historic accuracy? Comment below. Comment a war, a battle, I don't care. I'm curious as to what everybody else thinks about it. I have my opinions, but they're going to remain reserved to myself. But really, that's going to take you through the differences, the main differences at least, between Les Pauls through the years, at least in their most valuable era from 57 to 1960. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us, follow me, I'll follow you, we'll follow each other, it'll be great.